Merry late Christmas. Today, I think we're just going to go over the general strategy, see where we are, where we can go from here, and what's our plan for 2022. Today is the first day since Christmas the stock market has been open. And if we head over here, we're doing very nicely, up over 1%. Maybe Santa Claus came late. I think we should get a little motivation before we head on with our own strategy. Back in 2016, it looks like 1,700 people a day became millionaires. Now, the number is almost 3 times that. That means on Christmas, while you were sleeping in and eating cookies, approximately 4,600 people became millionaires. If that's not motivating and a little bit depressing, I don't know what is. Let's see if we are a millionaire yet. Ooh, up 7,000 on our 30,000. That means I just have to do that 160 more times, and we're there. Let's evaluate where we're at using our favorite indicator, the Bollinger Bands. Got that bounce we were looking for. Up to the top reaches is just a little bit more. See, that looks beautiful. That looks like something I'm willing to keep holding on to. In terms of a short-term trade, this looks a little bit scarier. We're not in danger. We have to be nervous. If we are truly starting downtrend, when things come back up to this middle line, that's going to be resistance. So we might want to collect some of our money and just keep it as cash for the time being. But if it does break it, that's when we see that from 10 to 50 kind of price action. They're all in the same general place. So I think direction will still be decided by Bitcoin, which is coming in with incredibly low volume to what we call a resistance. I think we're actually going to sell and wait for our next clear opportunity. So now that we've sold everything and kept the profits, this is kind of free money in some of our favorite projects. We got our 30,000 back, and we still have 2,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, 1,000, a little bit less. This is spot on. This is all free money now, so if it keeps going and it goes crazy and times is by 5, sweet. But if everything collapses back when Bitcoin takes a dump in the next 2 weeks or so, then we have our money and we can just buy more of our favorite thing. This is good. I'm feeling pretty safe about this. 30K to 1 mil could be fast if I did something degenerate, but through disciplined trading, it'll probably take several months, if not a year. It's going to be a long series, but in just 2 weeks or so, we made 7,500, so not bad. It's going to be tough to stay disciplined, especially when we see things just popping off left and right and going crazy, which is kind of what you see going on right now. A couple of these are really up, and it's really tempting to jump back in and say, oh, we're only going to make more money. But this is the kind of disciplined investing you need, because by pulling out, we're not losing anything. We're losing out on what we might have had, but we're not losing anything. I kind of think of it like when you're eating ice cream and you have a bowl and it's delicious and you want more. If you have a little bit more, it's probably not going to hurt you. But if you keep pushing it and eating more and more and more without stopping, without taking a break, letting it digest a little bit, then you're going to get sick to your stomach. You know, you can't eat the whole gallon of ice cream. I think that's what happens with price. Price goes up quite a bit, but you need a second to digest. Things will come back down. And then when they do, that's your chance to go get a second helping. But jumping in right here, we don't know if we're close to being sick or not. We did a general wellness check on Bitcoin. We're saying it was getting to resistance. Now let's check out the SPY. Once again, Bollinger Bands on the monthly. The very same thing that told us to buy 30K and made us 7K is now telling me to be a little bit careful with this. My advice with Bollinger Bands has been, if it goes out, do the opposite. So it went super high, so you'd sell. If it heads out the bottom, then buy and sell as it gets up to the top. If it truly is falling out of the bottom of a monthly, that's when you want to put in just your long-term holds. But what I also haven't told you is there's other ways to gauge this. There's strength. As it pulls away from this Bollinger Band after heading up there so rapidly, you can see it's kind of losing steam. If it gains ground too quickly, it's bad, or if it runs out of buyers, that's bad. Another way we can visualize this is look at the volume chart on the bottom. Oh, I freehanded that as best I could, but you can see it is very obviously headed down. We have less volume with more money in the market. It's not going to end well. So once again, with our trade, it's good because we have our cash, and if Armageddon happens, we'll be fine. This does not look that great to me, but we'll see.